All right. Very good. Well, I think we'll have some people probably join us. Appreciate you guys paying attention to Lisa's Team Unlimited today. And there's people who pay attention, maybe just missed this. Um, but the reason we're doing this call tonight is because Stephen um, came on live, Facebook Live today, and announced what he's going to do for March to help us really help us all. I'm not going to define the terms of how he's doing this because I'm not sure. It could be like a truly, there's a lot of things that have happened within Zalise for us, our understanding from the summit this last week. And just to be frank about it, Lisa and I don't know what y'all's perception is. But I added up that since a week ago Monday, Lisa and I, because of our where we are with the company and our relationship and leadership, and kind of our role with our own business, but also with Lisa as a whole, it has kind of grown and deepened over the last couple of few months. And not because of rank or anything like that, but just because of our desire for you guys to be successful and for us to sustain for a long time a legacy of a business that provides for our children and our grandchildren. We want the same for you guys. So we have put, I mean, I added it up from last Monday to today. We have been in literally 18 hours of meetings, either on Zoom or in person, with Stephen Thompson and a few people in corporate and some leaders from at our level all across the lease. And it's been, I believe, extremely productive. And I think in part of that is Stephen is doing some things. He's listening to us in the field in a different way than I've ever seen him do. And like us, he still has room for growth in that area, but you can tell he really desires to help us all be very successful. And so there's some really good changes with that. And I think the way he created, he went on Facebook Live, which that's one thing, and that's minimal. He's never done that before. He's never done a Facebook Live. That's the minimal part of this. But the way he delivered the message today, if you've not heard it, I want you to go back and listen, especially those of you who've been in with Zalise for a while. I want you to listen. The tone and the type of inflection and he was really leading today, not promoting, and it was really good. And so what he's given us to work with here in March could truly, I believe, really be a significant shift and change for everyone. And we want to take advantage of every minute of that. And we felt like rather than wait till our elevation call on Sunday night coming up, that we wanted to, with anyone who could get on a call early, just literally today, if possible, and kind of go back over that and just talk about a few things to give you the advantage of taking advantage of every day between now and the end of the month to take advantage of what Stephen's offering. So that's what I wanted to say about the intro.
Okay. Well, and so at some point, you guys, we have just a few points to make. I want to recognize closing the month of February strong. And we had several people that were really pushing for either requalification or for new ranks. And Gene Workmeister and Lorena, Gene has a position that he's worked really, really hard, that he achieved community ambassador yesterday at the 11th hour, which helped Mary Ellen. This is the way the rank system works, help her requalify as an area ambassador. So proud of both of them. And then Kristen Olander in Atlanta was working until the last minute to requalify for city. And you guys, that's a real big deal. It's just, I wanted to kind of just recognize those of you who are working so hard and diligently. Every rank matters, every rank counts. And especially as we learn more about what March Madness, March Mania, I think is what Stephen's calling it, has that program, what that program is, we're laying the foundation in February. And now we have an amazing month to kind of run and help to create personal momentum and team momentum. So just congratulations to those of you. And we're going to talk a little bit more about the summit because Mary Ellen and Roger and the Todds, the Welches, and Patty Bug all really took it upon themselves to travel to Dallas, and we had an amazing weekend. We're going to talk more about that on Sunday, but one of the things that my takeaway was, I did not understand really the difference in responsibilities between corporate and the field sale, that's us. And so it was very, very enlightening. And one of those responsibilities that we realized that Stephen had done a lot of coming up through the ranks when he built his business 20 years ago was local and regional events that he actually undertook as an individual in the field, instead of just waiting for corporate to sponsor those events. And with that, we are going to talk a little bit about some dates that we wanted to have you pencil into your calendar. And the one that we kind of worked backwards, and I want to thank Mary Ellen and Roger for helping us with this, but we're looking at a regional event on April the 2nd in Evansville, Indiana. And I know that not everybody's in Evansville, but it is a very, very strong base. It's where I started my business over 4 years ago. And, you know, during the pandemic, during, you know, prior to the Farm Bill, during, you know, the last 2 years, this has been a really strong team. And as a result, we have great leaders and amazing stories. And so that's really where we want to host this event. And you want to talk a little about what we're going to do?
I mean, the whole thing.
Yeah, just real brief.
Well, just real brief, because here's our plan. We really hope to finish this call about 8:30 to stop our part of the call tonight at 8:30. And then if you have any questions, we certainly will continue on. So I'm going to keep this really brief. Lisa's birthday is April the 15th, and it was a tradition for years when she was in Indiana to have an April 15th party with a few different people, some dancing and so forth, non-Zalise related. And then when she got into Zalise, she started incorporating that. So that's April the 15th, and her and a couple other people have a party there from time to time. Well, we said, you know, that's not a good weekend. We're going to have a party that weekend. Mary Ellen Ziliak said, you know, it's just not a good weekend. It's Good Friday. There's just a lot of things that make that not a good night. And so we said, okay, let's have a party anyway. Let's just do it maybe the 1st of April. And so working with Mary Ellen and a few of our other leaders in Evansville, again, where Lisa started her business and where you know, none of us would be here. I wouldn't even be married to her today if she hadn't started her business in Evansville, Indiana, and brought it back to Arkansas after she had huge success in Evansville. So it has a very special place in our hearts, certainly hers. But we wanted to celebrate where we've come from over the last 4 years with the people of Evansville with a dance party. And she's hired a DJ. She's paying for it. We're going to have a party on Friday night. We're going to dance. And now it's grown into some other things. We're actually talking about if we can put it together, you know, a fairly inexpensive meal before that with some training and just not really training, but just coming together and powwow and conversation around life and business for about 2 hours prior to the dance from 4:30 to 6:30, whoever can make it. The only charge for that the whole night is just what you pay for your meal, and we're going to keep that under $20. I think we can do that if it's available. It's not guaranteed that we can get the food. We already have the evening set for dancing, but if we can get that arranged, we'll do that. If not, we'll figure out something else. So that's that on Friday night, and really everyone's welcome, but it's designed around celebrating the family of Zalise, maybe their guests, people that they want to bring in just to have fun, really. Together to celebrate. But then on Saturday, Lisa and I decided that we're going to take what we learned as our role in Zalise at a much higher level and do our first ever, you know, Hal and Lisa sponsored or field sponsored regional event where we do training that's not been promoted and put together by corporate Zalise. We believe fully that they'll support this. It's what they want us to do. They didn't tell us to do it. But our understanding became it's our responsibility to do these kind of things and to host these, to put them on, to make the training message, and for us to take the role of true leaders in the field without having to be, you know, promoted by the corporation. So we're figuring out what we can do on that on Saturday. We don't have the details yet. but we're just telling you all tonight that we're working toward that kind of thing there. Now, what we can foresee in the future are successful regional events like that, maybe in the deeper South, and moving some out west. And then maybe not far out west, wherever it falls, wherever it makes sense, where teams are popping up that are growing in those areas that we're supporting on a smaller scale, we will do larger regional events from time to time, maybe just 2 a year to start. We don't know where it'll go, but we feel a responsibility to start doing that. And, you know, we're looking at it also to include some of the other leaders from other teams at a presidential level. We've never done that really, where we've hosted other very, you know, like successful people who look at how to build the business from a different perspective. So anyway, we're talking about that, but we're really looking forward to it. So
Absolutely.
that's enough about that for now.
So the real reason for this call was we wanted to unpack the March Mania, the 3-point promotion that Stephen is talking about for March. And a lot of times, you know, Stephen just assumes that everyone knows what a fast start bonus is. He you know, everyone knows what a binary BV is, and everyone understands about the 40% rule. And so we want to just kind of dive in just a little bit deeper to kind of explain those 3 points, and then make just a couple of other references to what's going on this week. And then we'll go ahead and stop the recording so that we can have a Q&A. But do you want to dive in, or do you want me to start with this?
Yeah, I think so. Let me make a statement. So what we're recognizing is our responsibility, and with that, we want to pass that sense of awareness of your responsibility on to you in a different way. For example, if you've been in Zalise for at least 6 months, and you've not dug into the back office to really understand the compensation plan, well, it may be time for you to do that on your own. At least watch what's available in the back office, like in the videos, because what we're going to talk about tonight is we can't teach everything about the comp plan tonight. It's your responsibility to understand the comp plan. And so that's just one example, but I have to say to our ambassadors, this is your business. This is how you get paid. And if you do not understand how you get paid, frankly, it's not our responsibility to teach you how you're going to get paid beyond just the basics. And that's the message that we're going to start communicating. We're taking responsibility at a different level. You need to as well, if you're going to be successful for yourself, but more importantly, so that you can lead other people to do the same. So we're going to have Q&A, but I have to tonight assume that you know some things about the comp plan. And where you don't, you're going to have to catch up on it, because this is a really important thing that Stephen has given us. It is powerful, but only if you understand why it's so powerful and how rare it is for him to offer what he's offering right now in March. So I'm going to try to use the whiteboard and share screen on parts of this, because I think it'll be easier for some of us to work with this if there's a visual. So I'm going to use a whiteboard here and try to share screen. Okay. I'm going to minimize this over here and try to do this. Okay. Let's talk about what the fast start bonus is. And so fast start, your FS bonus, we get paid. We always get paid when we help enroll someone onto our team. All right. We get paid for bringing those people to Zalise. And without going into detail, when you bring some in at wholesale, bronze, this is not a great pencil, bronze, silver, and gold. Who can tell me how much you get paid when you enroll someone at wholesale for your fast start bonus? Anybody on the call? Do you know what your fast start bonus pay is?
It's $20.
$20. Does anybody know what gold is?
130.
130. Does anybody know silver?
75.
Is that right? Oh, silver, yeah. How about bronze?
40.
Okay. So this is our FS. This is our fast start. All right. This is for you. This is what they pay us to help get someone to make their first purchase. Okay. And they also with that enroll to become a wholesale a customer or a wholesale privileged ambassador. That's the fast start bonus. This month in Zalease, anytime any of us enroll a wholesale bronze, silver, no, just bronze, sorry, not wholesale, just the builder
The business
kits,
kits.
the
Got it.
business kits. He's going to ×2 that number.
Not, it's got, you gotta enroll 4.
Hang on.
Okay.
He's going to ×2 the number. Okay, 80, 150 for the same effort. All right, 260. Same effort. It takes the same effort to enroll the people, but he's going to double the pay. When you've done 4 new enrollments at bronze, silver, or gold. Okay. Now, why did he pick the number 4? I believe he chose the number 4 very strategically. And it's because our whole comp plan is built around what? The 4x4. When people come in, get involved to build a business with Zalease and you want to go fast, you focus on adding 4 new people. It doesn't have to be 2 right and 2 left, but it's better balanced that way. So we're going to keeping it simple. Oh, it's 70. Sorry. 140. Okay. So Stephen, I believe, is doing 2 things at once with this. Number 1, he's saying, great if you add a new person, but this is about building your business. This month is about building your business, not just adding new people. Okay. So he's setting this up for us to be not only successful in the month of March, but really trying to stimulate an awareness that this business is built upon adding more than just one person at a time. So that's why he did this. So if you just add 1 silver this month, you're going to get your normal pay of $70 in your fast start. But if you or anyone else on your team, or even new people, let's say someone comes in at gold and buys a gold kit 10 days from now, and they have 3 or 4 different people they bring into the business, they too get to earn this month all the way up through the end of the month. If they enroll 4, they're going to get the double fast start. So that money's always been built into the plan. It's just this month he's emphasizing, guys, pay attention, build a 4x4 and beyond. But we're emphasizing that because that's really how people need to start thinking again. And then they're doubling that pay. So that's one area that we get he's doubling up this month. All right, I know somewhere I used to know how to do this, know how to clean this. There's one to erase all.
Okay.
Erase. There's a way to erase all of it. Clear. Let's do it.
Clear all drawings.
Clear all drawing. There we go. Ha. See, I'm learning how to do this. All right, Lisa, do you want to say anything about the fast start?
No, but just kind of, you guys, one way to remember the fast start, it's 10% of the kit price. So that's where the $70 with bronze, silver, and gold. So that's just an easy way to remember it. And remember, these are only new enrollments. These are not upgrades. These are not wholesale customers. These are business builders. So
Okay.
that's the only thing I wanted to add.
All right. Now, I want to pause for just a second. And I'm going to ask every one of us, every single person, including you and me, to put out of our minds that we don't know 4 people who enroll at bronze, silver, or gold. Because there's 6 people on this call, and there's at least 2 or 3, just the odds are that there's at least 2 or 3 of you that's like, well, that's great, but I don't even know 4 people. So you got to change that, guys. You just have to change that. You got to add 4, you got to add 20, whatever it's going to take to do this. If your attitude is, I don't know 4 people, you got to change it. You just do. You have to change that. And so it's not, it's totally okay that you thought it, but it's not okay that you don't change it. You don't change the thought. So anyway, that's that. All right. Now, that's pretty simple. That is pretty simple. What I'm going to share with you right now is not as simple, but I want you to try to follow me, because Stephen, when he designed the original compensation plan with the binary, he really did it right. And we don't take advantage of it as much as we can. And we want to help you guys really take advantage of it. So the second part, Lisa, tell them what the second part is.
It's double binary BV. So it's referred to as double binary business volume.
Okay. And what does business volume provide for us when we earn BV? Like,
it's commissionable volume. It's the internal currency that the company uses to measure how much to pay us.
so what happens when we get more business volume at the end of the month or throughout the month? What's happening?
We get more money.
Based upon the enrollment, or based upon what?
So based upon the team enrollment.
Oh, a team enrollment.
Yes.
So it's not just what we do personally,
Right.
but it's on what the team does below
Collectively.
us. Collectively.
Right. And we know that just the memorized number is 300, that when you have 300 in volume flowing through both the right and the left part of the binary, that there is going to be a check on.
That's the starting point. So
Right.
let's say someone gets involved with Zalise and they start their, what, this? What do I got to put back?
Well,
Oh, my drawing
yeah,
tool.
your
Maybe.
drawing tool. There you go.
Let's do that. All right. So someone starts. I don't like that fat thing there. Let's do that. Okay, so here you are, and you've started with Zalise, and you've done your 4x4. 2 right and 2 left. These are personally sponsored. Okay. And you got your fast start. And in a normal month, let's just say, I mean, we're not going to put any numbers to these, but they came in at bronze, silver, or gold, and you got your fast start pay. And this month you did 4, so it's times 2 for the money. Okay, and that's done. So that's the fast start pay. But over here, there's a binary pay. What happens with you and your team? All right. So with this, we actually get paid for what our team does. So let's say this person here does the same thing that we did, and they'll place them here and here, and then they also have a left leg that they go over here and here. And let's say that this person here does the same thing. They do a little bit, they do one here and here, they go on that leg. Please, if you're confused, that's okay. Just look at this right here. This is the binary. Okay, and their work here is part of the binary. There are people you didn't know that they enrolled. You didn't personally know them, but they knew them. Does that make sense? Same here. So when they actually create what's called BV, or business volume. So let's say this person here created, let's say 700 BV through enrolling new people from.
Why don't we write down how much volume in each kit? Because bronze has 100 BV, silver has 400 BV, and because it's going to be double. So normally,
that's why I don't want to put I won't put
Okay.
too many numbers right now, because it could be confusing. It's okay. But the bronze kit has value, BV value, the silver kit has BV value, and the gold kit has BV value. But let's just say this person here that you personally enrolled, by the end of the month also enrolled 4 people themselves. They followed your lead. And what they enrolled was 700 BV. So let's say, just to make the numbers, 2 bronzes, 2 silvers, and 1 gold. I don't know that the math is right. It's probably not, actually. Let's say they did 3 bronzes and 1 silver, and it adds up to 700. Okay, please don't hold me to these numbers. That's not what matters for this lesson. Normally, in a given month, you and that person would get 700 BV toward their rank. Okay. So community is 1000 BV. Okay. But these points this month don't go toward rank. They go toward pay, the double. So the 1400 in value in BV, right, does not go toward rank this month. It goes toward pay. Lisa, can you convert, if someone is a gold, this person, each of you probably are a gold, so you're getting 20% in the binary, correct?
Mhm.
So what that means is that you're going to get 20% pay, not on 700, which you would normally get, which would be $140 for the same activity on the new person in your team being paid $280. Is that correct?
Mhm.
On the same activity this month. That's the pay, not toward rank, but toward pay. All right. But so that's that. Now, here's what's cool. On the other side, if you match that, and I'm just going to use exactly, it doesn't have to be, but I'm going to match that exactly. If the same thing happened on this side, it matches and pays double from this side to this side. So it's 280 instead of 140. So literally what's 280 and 280 is full 560 total in pay compared to 280 in pay for this exact same activity this month. And then you add up the double pay on the fast start. And so, you know, whatever that number is, let's say it's three bronzes and 1 silver. You're doubling the fast start pay this month. So you can see that Stephen is trying to do this by building teams and infuse money into everyone's business.
Well, and the thing that makes it significant is, as you can see on both sides, the right side, like if you're the person at the top, all of that volume on the right side and all that volume on the left side, binary volume counts for you.
Counts for all that volume, comes back up to you, not for rank, but for pay.
And the way that I learned it is that it's actually 10% of that binary volume on each side, but it's doubled. So you don't have to really understand the numbers, guys. Just
yeah, don't hold me to the exact numbers on this. It's been a while since I've actually talked.
What I love about the binary pay, number one, it's every Friday, and number two, it's the team lifting together. So you guys you each share a leg with your upline and a leg with your downline. So there is a lot of synergy in this total month promotion.
Take a picture of the screen if you would. For those of you who want to keep this, we're going to have it archived in YouTube for you to watch again. But really, I'm not trying to teach the binary. I'm not trying to teach the compensation plan. I'm trying to just take a moment and show you what Stephen is putting out here in front of us right now to get people into action going into the best months of building with, let's see, stop share. Okay. So the months of March, April, May, and June, sometimes a little bit of July, are considered in the affiliate marketing, network marketing, MLM marketing. Historically, these months are the months that people grow their businesses the most. And it's just historical, year after year after year. As the world opens up again, we have a different world. Social media, all the things that have happened in the world, even the war that's happening right now, all kind of things. But nonetheless, those have happened, those kinds of things, different things have impacted the world for years. And yet historically, as you look at the data for all companies, it's a $270 billion global industry, network marketing is. And so there's a lot of data. And year after year, the waves of growth are always the same. It's March, April, May, and June, a little bit of July. By the time August gets here, guys, people are looking at school, then they start looking at holidays. And so the window to really build momentum and to earn, if you don't do it now, You've missed the window to catch the wave of momentum. And so we didn't want to miss a day, because for you guys and for us. So that's why we wanted to host this call tonight, not to explain in detail the comp plan, but to help you see why why this is such a vital time for you if you choose to take advantage of it.
Well, and I wanted to add that there are 3 points on the March Mania. And the third one has to do with the 40% rule all the way up to presidential. So it's the only one that I want to really talk about. And just to use this as an example, no worries.
I pushed the wrong button, guys. Maybe Nate can blend them together. I don't know.
Just to use as an example, when Gene Workmeister was working last night, part of the challenge for him was he had, I don't know, 1,200 in volume, but he could only use 910 of it because something called the 40% rule. And that means that his rank goal was 1,000 BV. So he could only use 400 from every single team. And now through the end of the month, that is relaxed to 50% of the total. So he could use 500 instead of 400 toward that 1,000. And you don't have to understand the ins and outs, just understand that that can make a really, really big difference. And being able to use more of your downlines volume toward your rank goal is a great thing. Just because it helps you hit that rank. And once you hit that rank, then there's more pay.
So here's the deal. You don't have to understand that. What you need to understand is you can't find one superstar and they do all the work and you get credit, you get paid off of all their work underneath you. That's why Stephen built these balances in the 20% plan, the 20% rule, which means you have to have at least 20%, okay, at least 20% of your volume on both legs. That's the first rule. Second rule is, let's say in this side where it has 80% of your total volume, you are maxed out at 40% on each of your personally and sponsored, which means that if this person right here does 20,000 BV, you can only use 40% of that toward your next rank. So if your rank that you're shooting for is 10,000 BV, which is area and earning the Jeep, you only get to use 4,000 of that on the 40% rule. Okay, that's part of the balance that's built in. This month, Stephen's upping that to 50%. Okay, which can be a very significant thing, because we have some people on our team who've been in the business a while, and we're always limited to 40% on those people.
I've never seen him relax it before.
Never. And so this month, moving through the month to reach rank, we get to use 50%. And at our level, that's a lot of points. Well, it's over 10,000 points for us. That's a lot in just 10% move. So now you don't need to worry about that. Again, the whole point is that if you get close on something, we're going to know it. We're going to help you as you're moving forward. We're going to know who's building and growing and adding. We're going to see that. You're going to be telling us about it. And we're going to be keeping these rules that have been relaxed and changed to help you in mind as you move forward for this month. So that's how Mary Ellen actually yesterday talked with Mary Ellen and a couple of people on her team about reaching their rank this month. We had some conversation last day of the month. Where are you? Because we knew they were getting close. We figured out a couple of different plans. We had a plan A, a plan B, and the cutoff is 11 o'clock for the enrollments for the month, last day of the month. And literally we got a text this morning that said they hit it at 10:59 last night. It rolled in, and which changed not only the Workmeisters, but it also changed Mary Ellen's position as their sponsor. So pretty cool when that happens.
So last two things, and then we're going to allow Q&A. Tomorrow night at 8 o'clock is Stephen's Project Presidential, and just, you know, what he is doing as CEO and as somebody who has been successful 20 years ago and really building an empire is he's going to talk about kind of how he did it. He does a lot of interviewing, And it was 20 years ago, it was pre-pandemic, but it's always a learning experience if you have time to jump on that. And then Hal and I are going to be doing the business briefing on Thursday night at 8 o'clock. So see how many people that you can invite.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So, there's a Sunday night call, a Tuesday night call, and a Thursday night call where the business overview is presented, and different people in the field, leaders in the field, do those presentations. We think we do a pretty good job with that. Honestly, we've had a lot of practice. I'm just saying, and we're not patting ourselves on the back. We're telling you the facts. If you want somebody to be on a call to hear your business from your leaders who do a pretty darn good job of making it like a pretty, pleasing opportunity to listen to a business opportunity, Lisa and I work really hard at making that way. So there's others that are good, but we believe in ourselves, and there's not any more people. There's no one else we'd rather be on the call than your guests, 100%. But we serve the entire company, and every leader does that call. But those calls are designed for one thing and one thing only, and that is for guests. It's not for ambassadors to be on because they think they have to be on that for being in the business. It is designed for one thing, and that's for us to give an introduction to the company, its founding, where we are, and the opportunities that people have for their health and their wealth. So we want to invite people this Thursday night to hear that message, and we do the best. We feel like we do a pretty good job at it. So anyway.
Okay, we're gonna
enough of that.
We're gonna stop the recording here. So if you guys,
if you feel like I'm bragging, come and